Somewhere nearby here was where King David lived, and it's where he saw Bathsheba actually bathing. Now, in 2 Samuel 11, we have what I call David's stages of sin. He could have turned away, but he gave in to his desires. He sees her on the roof. He sends someone to find out who she was. He finds out she's married. He sends a messenger to get her. He sleeps with her. She ends up bathing, and then he finds out she's pregnant. He could have turned away in all those moments, but he doesn't. He sends for Uriah to come home from the battlefield. That's Bathsheba's husband. He tells Uriah to sleep with his wife, and he won't. David gets him drunk, which is another one of his schemes, and yet he doesn't sleep with his wife. Uriah doesn't. David puts Uriah back in the battlefield on the front line, hoping that he'll get killed. And Uriah does. He dies, and David marries Bathsheba. But who is this story about? Is it really about David and Bathsheba? Maybe it's more about contrasting David and Uriah, as Bathsheba's name is only mentioned one time and Uriah's name is mentioned 16 times. Could this story be about David's unrighteousness and Uriah's righteousness? But David must have had a change of heart. We hear it in Psalm 51 when he says, "Have mercy on me, O God, wash away all my sin." And then he says, "Against you and only you have I sinned. Surely you desire truth in the inner parts. And so wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. Make me a pure heart and renew a steadfast spirit within me." Now, in my study Bible, the opening of Psalm 51 has this comment: "For the director of music, a psalm of David." That seems a little harsh on David, putting the heading as a part of the song used in the temple for worship. Yet the Bible calls David a man after God's own heart. He coveted. He had an affair. He tried to cover it up, and when that wrong, he had Uriah killed. David even thought he got away with it, and yet he's called a man after God's own heart. It sure doesn't seem like it. It seems today that we live in a culture, a nation, a community, and maybe even a church that lets our sin slide. And we need to repent. You see, God's grace is sufficient, but no one challenges us to dig deeper. No one confronts us or even mentions the sin they see in our lives anymore. That would be judging. If I did that, they might have something to say about me. Why write Psalm 51? Well, look at the header on Psalm 51. It says, "When Nathan came to him after David had committed adultery." It took an external source, Nathan, to make David reflect on the fact that just because no one around noticed or said anything, that doesn't make it okay. Who is that for you then? Who calls you out? Who is your wise counsel in your life? And by the way, who do you think wrote the definition at the beginning of Psalm 51? There's a good chance that David made the reference himself. If that's true, then it's a confession, a public confession that was a reminder of what he had done. This story, I've sinned, God forgives, I need to be a man after his own heart. And that's why he writes, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a spirit within me," a right spirit. That's the kind of posture that we should be living by as well.